Downfall. Defeat the Pilgrims for the first time. Oh, I'll just start it. Pardon me. Good evening, everyone, and welcome along to Wuthering Waves on the PS5. Good that I've got a big screen now.
Morning sunrise over mountains, sunrise over mountains.
To play it on. Hello there, Sue. Are you busy today?
This is a
Good evening everyone and welcome along to Wuthering Waves on the PS5. Good that I've got a big screen now to play it on. Hello there, Suuru.
You went quiet, Sue.
You went quiet, Sue.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future, leaving the past behind.
Sue, are you there?
This is a testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything I've experienced.
Why, I'm some Spider-Man.
Wind, guide me.
Face purple smiling fangs.
Hello, Lucy. Why were you crying earlier in Cosmo's livestream? Hello, Lucy. Why were you crying in Cosmo's livestream earlier? You never gave me an answer.
Hello Lucy, why were you crying? And Cosmo's live stream earlier, you never give me an answer.
Wind, guide me.
Anyone want to reply to my messages to them? At all tonight?
Anyone want to reply to my messages to them at all tonight?
Well, that's answered my question. Because everyone's left. And I was just asking questions. Lucy, when you come back, talk proper and stop using emojis. Because you use emojis and then I ask you about them and you completely blank me.
One with the sounds.
Mrs. Panwa, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijur's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijur leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker. Oops, I got carried away. My bad. By the way, now that we figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us one trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover? Bijur said the leaf bears the frequencies of tacet discords, so it must be from a tree near a tacet field. Then we must leave the city to pursue this lead. An ocean of stars, a dark-haired girl, an inverted etheric sea, and the resonance cord flowing from your tacet mark. And you said it was flowing in a certain direction, pointing to the gorges of spirits and the Norfolk Barrens. You've never mentioned this before. The etheric sea and resonance cords in your dreams are real, possibly leading to the gorges of spirits and Norfall barrens. Perhaps it was more than just a dream. That girl might be the key to recovering your memories. Madam Magistrate's information aside, it seems to me your dream points toward the Norfall barrens. It's a site of the Threnodian War and the source of all TD outbreaks. The Midnight Rangers' frontline base is stationed there as well.
It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang? I believe in you.
Without a doubt. We Resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. Our Echoes can use them too. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for extra practice and to get these enhancement items.
I will be there for everyone as we head toward our shared future.
Let's reach farther destinations together.
Yang Yang, did you hear that? Is that someone crying and wailing?
That should be the Midnight Ranges training camp. Let's not worry about it, Shisia. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits.
Face purple smiling fangs. Face purple smiling fangs.
Handle anything he throws at him.
Lucy, can you answer my question?
Lucy, can you answer my question?
Why were you crying in Cosmo's live stream earlier?
Why were you crying in Cosmo's live stream earlier?
Defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we came back.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift, and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I need to go look for someone. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Jian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of staying here?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
If you're not going to speak properly in my live streams, let's say, Warren, then
knows when the soldiers
I'm going to have to time you out.
If they do,
I need you to speak properly and not use emojis, okay?
It's a dangerous road
Because of the way I am, I need people to talk to me properly and not use emojis.
Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, he could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
What up, Theta?
Hey, Comatose. At least you're talking properly in my live stream.
Of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Deseret Highland?
Mm-hmm, exactly.
I mean, the reason I say that is because I've had to time Lucy Warren out. Because all she does is she comes into my live streams and she leaves emojis in my live stream. And me being dyslexic, I need to sit for an hour or 20 minutes deciphering what she's actually meaning. Now, I'm all for people being modern in my live streams. It keeps it youthful. It keeps it full of energy. All that kind of stuff. But people just come in and give emojis and then not explain them afterwards. It's getting kind of annoying. Because Lucy Warren put a crying emoji in Cosmo's live stream tonight, and she would not explain why.
With the chat.
That's what's up with the chat. I mean, the bot files as well. If you notice, they've just come in and said good morning, and I've said good evening, everyone, and welcome along to Wuthering Waves on the PS5. Good that I've got a bigger screen now to play it on. Hello there, Sue, the owner of the Bud Files channel. Are you busy today? And she just left. So half of my stream has been asking people why you weren't quiet. Can you please tell me where you went? So I don't feel like I'm not worth it anymore. Because people like this are really affecting my self-esteem. They're making me think that I've said something to piss them off. and I don't know what to do.
His name is Ji-yuan. I don't know him in person. On my way down the mountain, I ran into his grandfather who was looking for his grandson on his own but ended up lost. I couldn't just leave an elderly person like him out there. So I thought I'd escort him to the nearest city
It's
and
as
make
Cosmo
further plans
says.
once we're safe.
It's not proper supporting the channel. If you go into a channel and just use random emojis and then not choose to explain yourself after you've placed emojis in the chat, then are you really supporting the channel? And people that come in and say good morning, I'm alright with that because that's nice and pleasantry. But I was wanting Sue from the Bud Files to say something after that. Something like, morning, here in America, how you doing, Theta? How's Scotland tonight? Oh, this is an interesting game you're playing now. But I'm seeing a trend right now on YouTube and live streams where people just come in, they say their piece, and expect either the streamer not to look at their message or look at their message and not say anything else, or actually ask them questions. Because sure as I've asked 2 people on my live stream tonight questions and they choose not to fucking answer me.
Well, now that you mention it, how is Scotland today?
Sorry, folks. Okay. You alright, baby girl? Yeah. What's on? What's on? You no get out? There you go. See? Daddy's always here for you.
I get where you're coming from, Theta. I can't control what other people do, but I can hang out and chat for a while.
Thank you. Thank you. And for that, with great power comes great responsibility. There you go. I need more people like you and Cosmo around.
You're willing to go to such lengths with someone you don't know.
I try to help and support everyone I can.
Scotland is quite cold tonight, as per usual. Hopefully there's snow tomorrow, because I'm planning to film a vlog about a hill down the road from my flat that I like to look over when it's nice and frosty. Nice and crunchy underneath my feet. It's lovely ASMR. So hopefully there's no rain tonight and there's frost on the hills tomorrow. I know I'm a simple man, but I love little things like that, you know? Beauty of nature and all that kind of stuff. Especially when you live out in the boonies. It's in the near a forest. It's quite nice to look out onto, you know. Oh,
You have a kind soul, Master Jianxing.
It's all thanks to many kind-hearted people. Without them, Mr. Zhongye and I wouldn't have made it to Jinzhou. Mr. Zhongye seemed confused. He's gone through a lot searching for his enlisted grandson. Lending a helping hand was the least I could do. I reported
sound
the
sexist.
situation to the patrol station, but with the chaos
but Zhang
unfolding,
Zhang,
Mr. Zhongye has been extremely worried
she's
about his
dressed quite
grandson's
nice.
safety. He'd sneak out to look for his grandson the moment no one was watching. I'm really worried about him. This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, soft, springy skin, and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit. I grew up in my sect on a mountain. Spent most
I've only seen Scotland in movies and pictures, but it's always looked
I
beautiful.
was told training in
My
Scotland
wife would
was
stab
one of
someone
the
if we could take
I
a trip
must
over
engage
there.
with the world to further my skills. So I started my self-cultivating journey. I've been to various cities and gained valuable lessons, but there is still so much more to learn.
She would stab someone to come over here. Sure, that's a bit much, buddy. Do you mean they should pay all the money in the world to come over here for a holiday? Is that what you mean?
According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhongye's grandson is very likely in the Desert Highland. Thanks to your help.
Yet she desperately wants to go to Scotland.
Well, she's more than welcome to come over here because we can be accommodating here in Scotland, despite what people will tell you. The only thing you got to worry about is understanding us because our accent is really thick.
Of course.
One with the sounds. Disperse.
If we had the money, we'd probably be moving over there, to be honest.
As we head toward our shared
It costs
future,
way too much to legally immigrate though.
I've heard that though. It is. I take it you're from America or Canada then. Because a lot of people are leaving America because they don't like the current person that's going to be in charge.
Another day, another heroic me!
Yep, the orange one.
One with the
Honestly though,
sounds.
I'm less worried about him and more worried about one political party being in charge of the whole government.
Well, we have that over here as well. There's a guy in charge, we call him Kia Stalin, because we're not allowed freedom of speech over here. Because we make one wrong post on Facebook and the police are sent to our front doors to take us away and put us in prison because we have difference of opinion.
You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here? The frontliners are right up ahead.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
Hello, you.
A missing person. Juyan.
Yep, if things are to be believed, that's how it will be here soon as well.
Is he an average person?
It's silly, isn't it?
Not a resonator, I suppose.
Elon Musk makes a good point.
Yes. that
It's
is
strange
him.
and weird
Is he all right?
that they have control over our freedom of speech. We're not allowed to say what
He's
we
not
want.
officially enlisted, but he seemed to.
It's allowed speech. We're allowed.
He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so
There's a lot of things I want to comment on,
he must
but
be
if I
in the
comment
rear
on them,
guards camp.
the police will be at my door
He
to take
can't
me
be
away
anywhere
for
else. The actual
freedom of
front lines
speech
are right up ahead,
problems.
and we, the Midnight Rangers, would never allow non-servicemen to approach and risk getting killed.
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you, my Outrider comrade. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Well, the guy in charge of UK, well, he said he's in charge of the UK. He's not called Kia Stalin. He's called Kia Stalin because of the way he's acting, the way he's treating us. Right? His actual name is Kia Stammer. The way he's acting is, it's just, I'm not going to get into it because they might be listening on live streams as well. You never know. But anyway. Because it's already been confirmed that Sony listen to party chats to make sure everyone's above board, you know.
It's all good, man. No need to risk talking about it.
Yeah, good stuff. Even though you want to, but the best that we don't. Oh, it's use a sensor, okay.
One with the sounds.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday we get a new character. Yes. Oh, I love. Mm-hmm. You excited too?
I shall lead the way. Take form. Our lights shine through. Take form. Fluorescent shadows. I shall lead the way. Step heaven ordained. Banish all vice. Insolence. Embrace the change.
Is that the beacon? Why are there so many people?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here? It's dangerous.
Oh, nothing really. You see, we're just on our way south to the city.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So hungry.
Please don't arrest us! We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live there anymore. Figured we have to go back to the city. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Some of us can barely move, because we're so damn hungry. And we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things, we thought it might get us a few pennies.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides. Have you thought about the consequences?
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the Tacet Discords kill us.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Oh, he's got a blade. Watch out, he's got a blade.
Watch out!
Surrender yourself. Not, ain't you?
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're not feeding us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and
I can't believe this.
We're begging you, stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why did you attack us when I already gave you food and funds? Do you have other mouths to feed, aside from what we see here?
They seem trained. These are not ordinary people.
They were gonna straight up shank them.
Yeah,
we just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. I tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the battles up north were so crazy. Our new boss ran out of food before we could even figure out the camp. Figured we'd be better off just to go back to the city and get locked up.
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway, so we turned to thieving. We ain't got the balls to rob the army, but with stuff just sitting around, why not? Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us, some injured too. Your first amount ain't gonna cut it for us.
No, we're not going to give you any more money. Because you're already real. Exactly, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't give them more? We shouldn't give them more. I'm going to say we shouldn't give them more because we already gave them money and food, and they chose to attack us. That's disrespectful, so...
Wait. What I gave them was enough for them to make it to Jinzhou even when they are so many. I used to travel alone when I left my master. I know how much it takes for someone to survive.
The lesson here is don't... The lesson here is don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily in a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a
And this is a case of art imitating life because of the people like this in the world now.
Make a living with my own hands.
Due to the greedy governments not wanting to keep places low for people to afford food and housing.
I will gladly help you search for jobs and work alongside you.
Fine, fine. We'll go.
This is
Hurry, move, let's get
2024,
out of here. I'm not
the
listening
computer
to this
game.
lecture anymore.
No, I wasn't trying to... Wait. Please put that down.
Ugh, quite the sharp eye you got. Fine, here you go.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one we
LOL
replaced,
indeed.
you bumped right into it.
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reached it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before going?
Well, first things first, I'm not hearing the word beacon. Every time she says, shall we fix the beacons, what I'm hearing is, the military base is not far from here. Shall we fix the bacon before we go? Well, if you want to fix me a bacon sandwich, Yang, on you go.
LOL damn, now I want some bacon.
Same here. I don't know if I've got any in my freezer. I'll have a check after I finish this live stream. I'll have a check to see if I've got any for a wee snack or breakfast in the morning. I've got Pop-Tarts though, cinnamon Pop-Tarts. Might have some of them later. Oh, right, okay. Still gotta connect the red to the red, yellow to the yellow, blue to the blue. Parallel perception.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Why, I'm some Spider-Man.
The thorns are blocking our path. We'll have to clear them before we can reach the beacon. Oh, please be careful. They look sharp. Maybe we can find something nearby to help us deal with them.
Sounds come forth.
Damn it.
Master Tianxing, are you alright?
This is my first time on a battlefield. It feels so different here.
I know another shipment of supplies has just arrived. I've confirmed it, but it's not nearly enough. We must reach out to the city again and demand...
But the approval process is going to...
Tell them it's an emergency. We are working around the clock here. Any delay could mean the end of our defense. Do they not comprehend? Here's a list of what we need. I'll talk to them if you can't make them listen. Now go, go, go! Move, move! What is it? Why are we still not done distributing these? You new here? Are you backups too? Wait, you don't look like one of us.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers, and they are...
Excuse me, one moment, please. Careful! This chest holds vital medical supplies. If the wounded return and find no medicine, it's on you. Handle with care and precision. An outrider. So, you were part of the backup force, right? Now, I've got wounded soldiers coming soon, and you're just in time to help. Oh, sorry. Have to answer this. Yes, what is it? An overclocked resonator. Understood. I'll be there immediately. I'm sorry, could you do me a favor? The wounded soldiers are being sent back from the front lines. We need someone to escort them to the medics, but I've got to deal with the overclocked resonator now. Could you please take care of them?
What exactly do you need us to do?
Just make sure they are safe. The medics will take care of their wounds. Thank you.
It's so busy here. It looks like they don't even have the time to catch their breath.
Supplies, medical care, equipment maintenance, personnel management, and logistics. They must carefully manage these matters to provide vital support for our fighters.
So this is what a real war looks like. I had no idea it could get this bad.
Most people would never have the chance to witness any of this. It's natural for you not to know. I think this is exactly what our military strives for, to ensure peace and safety for our citizens. It's a sacrifice made so others don't have to live in fear.
The wounded soldiers are here. Let's go check on them.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm just a little out of breath. It's okay. I'm fine.
I'll go find a medic.
Like I said, it's not a big deal. No need to fix me up. Let me go!
Please calm down. Your wound is still bleeding.
That's barely a scratch. You can't stop me.
Now's not the time for bravado.
That's not bravado. My wounds can close on their own. It's my resonance ability. The medics should go take care of other people in need.
Stop squirming, will you? We're here because you need our help. Calm down and stay where you are. Please hold him still for me.
Sure.
Thank you for your assistance. You must be tired. Please, take some rest.
They look badly injured.
Don't worry. They've received proper treatment now. They'll recover in time. Thanks to General Jian, we've seen a significant drop in the number of casualties. I've heard from veterans that soldiers used to be ordinary people, not resonators. The battles were brutal even back then, with the stench of blood lingering through the rain. But things have improved. Each injury represents countless tacit discords eliminated by our brave soldiers. Resonators in the Midnight Rangers are incredible warriors. Those who have to retreat from injury must have already taken out hundreds of enemies.
They are the ones keeping our people safe. What I've been doing is not worth mentioning compared to them.
Please don't put it like that. Without your help, we couldn't have helped so many wounded soldiers in such a short time. Now that they're all safe, you should go and take care of your own issues.
Thank you. May I ask where the quartermaster is?
The quartermaster isn't here. He's on the floor above, directing munitions distribution. Just take that lift and you should find him there.
Rover, where are we going next?
Here are some recipes for dietary supplements from my sect. They might help the wounded recover sooner.
Oh, great. You have my thanks.
One with the sounds.
Have you confirmed the inventory? What about the spare list? Sort out the consumables as soon as possible and check our communication lines while you're at it. Ewa, deliver this list to Asher. You're not Ewa. Where is she? What do you need?
Excuse me. I'm an outrider of the Midnight Rangers. This is Rover, and this is Master Tianxing, who came here to look for someone.
Juyen. So, he never sent a letter home? Not even once? The Midnight Rangers are no longer recruiting non-resonators lately. But Juyen was a stubborn boy. Last year, when the battles hadn't gotten so intense, he would trail us rearguards, eager to join the front line. Now, we sent him back to the city time and time again, and he just kept finding ways to come back. Eventually, I caved and took him in to help us here in the base. With the battle escalating, it's getting increasingly dangerous out here. I shouldn't keep him here any longer. I was just thinking about having the logistics team bring him back to the city when you guys showed up. Oh, now I remember. He should be currently on the floor above.
Sure. Please excuse me. I'll join you later.
What are you doing? Oh, please excuse me. Thought that was a grenade. Is this a mangosteen?
Oh, sorry, cover your ears, guys. That was loud. Sorry.
Well, it's not a local fruit, so we can only get it through imports. But with the recent Tacet Discord outbreaks, we've had to prioritise bringing in the essentials. We'll get back to importing more of these after General Jian makes his triumphant return. Currently, there's only one waterway open, from Port Gunchao in the south of the city. The rear guards would regularly go there to escort goods. What more do I know? The military rarely buys this fruit for rations due to its short shelf life. Plus, it looks too much like a grenade, and that could cause some issues. It's a type of old-fashioned explosive. The lament caused a global technological regression and shortage of resources. While Tacetite weapons were being developed, most people had limited knowledge of Tacetite as an energy source. As a result, primitive products combining old and new technology emerged. The hand grenade was one of them. With the rapid growth of Tacetite weapons, these crude explosives were eventually phased out in favor of more advanced weaponry.
Master Tianxing, have you found the person you're looking for?
Yes, I found Zhuyan. We will return to the city with the logistics team. We will go find Mr. Zhang Ye to let him know he is safe. Zhuyan is a man full of courage. Influenced by his veteran grandpa's tales, he longs to join the military and aid in humanity's battle against Tacet Discords. The journey with you has exposed me to immense suffering, but the battles on the front line must be even more brutal than what I've witnessed. Countless lives have been lost in this war. Master Rongfu once told me, the best sages gain enlightenment in the military. The mediocre sages gain enlightenment in the bustling cities, and the worst sages gain enlightenment in seclusion. I do share some of Zhuyan's feelings. However, Zhuyan disagreed with the intense training and tests required to join the military. He saw no distinction between ordinary people and resonators, and believed he could contribute on the battlefield, however small that contribution might be. I too found what Zhuyan said was reasonable to an extent, and I couldn't change his mind with words. So I tried to imagine what my masters would do. They'd set up a spar in this case, and if I won, they'd let me do what I wanted.
So they set up a shop that's popular. They set up a shop that's popular in Britain, Scotland and the world. To deal with disagreements, they'd set up a shop called Spar.
I didn't mean to beat him up for nothing. My masters taught me valuable lessons through sparring, and I gained important insights from those fights. Now, who do you think won that fight? All tangles untied, all glare tempered, all dust smoothed. It is like a deep pool that never dries. How true! I've come to understand this line more. I promised not to use my forte in the battle, but Zhuyan still couldn't take a single blow from me. After his defeat, Zhuyan seemed to realize his weakness. Talking about confronting the Tacet Discords on the battlefield would be mere lip service, he said. He was just trying to convince himself that he could make a difference, not wanting to acknowledge his own limitations. I heard you two still have other matters to attend to. When you have the time, let's catch up at Liu Shan Tea House. It's my great pleasure to have met you.
Us running into Master Tianxing was a one-off incident. If the Mangosteen indicates something about war, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey?
The civilizations are born from more and suffer from more.
Have you thought of something, Rover?
I think.
So Madam Magistrate wants to tell us something about the Mangosteen's route of transportation? The Quartermaster said the Mangosteens are transported by boat from the south. We haven't reached the front lines yet, but I can already smell the iron in the air. I sense tension and unease. Our soldiers stationed at the borders. I hope they're okay.
General!
He looks cool.
Follow the Qinglong to war! Retreat to advance. Finale! Tell truth on the side. Stay sharp. Wind Rider. Bide the time. Tell truth on the side. Don't you worry. Wind Rider. Retreat to advance. Time to fight seventh. Tell truth on the side. I can take it. Wind Rider. Tell truth on the
Break! Wind Rider! Tell truth on the side. 7. Fear no more. Until my last breath. Tell truth on the side. Wind Rider.
What's the matter? Are you all right? Oh, I was worried. You just stood there and gazed into the distance. You were unresponsive when I tried talking to you. What did you see?
It felt as if I was seeing through the eyes of a tacit discord. I think I saw what was happening in the Norfall Barrens.
An imposing warrior wielding the power of a Tinglong. The Tinglong is the Midnight Ranger's emblem. It's also the symbol of General Tian, the leader of all Midnight Rangers. The front lines are not far from here. General Tian must be there, fighting alongside our soldiers to keep the tacit discords away. It doesn't seem like a coincidence. We arrived near the battlefield right when General Tian was leading an attack against the tacit discords. Your vision. It might be what was happening on the battlefield not far away. The battle itself is a clear sign of an anomaly. The streams from the Norfall Barrens feel more suffocating than ever. Rover, something on that battlefield must be connected to you, though we have no idea what it is. Resonate with tacit discords? Rover?
According to Baija, the leaf showed residual fluctuations of tacit discords. Those fluctuations pointed to a certain set of coordinates.
And that is... Teacher Village in the Central Plains. As I make myself reflect on my goals and plans, those voices in the streams become clearer, and everything starts to make more sense. Rover, perhaps you can give it a try. Under my command! This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need a concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This
Right. Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much. Why I'm summing Elvis Presley. It's just.
All right, and back had to talk to the wife about something real quick.
Fucking hell. Talk about a poltergeist. Oh! Don't worry. There's nothing in here. Alright, okay. I'm currently in the kitchen making myself a cup of tea. As I walked past the fridge, yes, the fridge, stuff fell off the top of the fridge, and I was like, wow, I've got a poltergeist in here. I hope I didn't, but with my paranormal investigation stuff that I do, I've said to my other friend, he also does investigations into paranormal. A lot of us that investigate the paranormal are having to stay away from the forest at the minute because Beelzebub, the big red man with the horns, is currently in there. I know he's not in there, but there's a vibe that there's something like him in there. So yeah, serious stuff. That came from my big toe. Yes. It didn't literally. It's just something my dad used to say when I was growing up. Whenever he would burp, he would say, "Oh, that came from my big toe." Or was that my mum? Was that my dad or was that my mum that said that? Gilliam said that. It stuck with me ever since. So basically, all I'm trying to say is all the weird sayings that my mum and dad used to say when I was growing up have stuck with me to this day. Mind you though, I say this weird saying as well. It's like after I've had a cup of tea in the morning, I'm like that, I go burp, and I go 3:30. I don't know why I say 3:30. Again, it must have been something my dad said when I was growing up, and it stuck with me. I love my feather and my mammy. I'm a traditional family man. So when that sad thing happened to Jotaro Kujo in part 6 of JoJo,
The older I get,
I
the
was
more
crying
I
my fucking eyes
understand
out.
why my dad was the way he was.
The older I get, the more I understand why my dad was the way he was. Yeah, I know. Sign of a great man, if you're thinking about him all these years later. I mean, there's quite a few times that I was nearly a fella myself. You know how back when you're young and that, and you're with someone that you quite fancy in that way, and sometimes you're not careful, if you know what I mean. But sadly, it wasn't to be, you know. Well, I'm a cat daddy, or as they say in Japan, Neko Dosan. Neko is in the Japanese word for cat, and Dosan is dad, father. So Neko Dosan. Yeah. Mind you though, my dad and my mum had me when my father was, I can't remember what age my father was, but he was the older one in the relationship. I think my dad was 30 in his late 30s. And my mum was, well, also my mum was in her early 30s. And my dad was in his late 30s. Mind you though, hey, good parents that they are. Oh.
My dad was 40 when they had me. I was the youngest of 4 kids. He was tired by the time I got here, lol.
So you were the 4th child then? Okay. Yeah, well. I mean, obviously he's done a good job, so. Yeah.
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. Ha! Ha!
Swift and resolute. Moment of resonance. One with the sounds. No hesitation. Leave it to me.
Leave it to me.
Woolie's attack! Oh, da-da-da-da-da-da! Into Woolie's belly you go!
Leave it to me. Ha. Ha.
Here we go again! Here comes Encore! Woolie's that away! Da-da-da-da-da-da!
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
I think I found something, Rover.
I'm going to this one first because it's closer.
Ritualistic wooden plaques. But why are they here? These plaques are usually placed in ancestral shrines. They seem to belong to a different time. I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their villages, driven by certain beliefs.
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
It's a good thing that the main character on this talks as well, because I'm all for silent protagonists, but it's nice when they have their own voice to speak. Saves the writing, saves me talking for them.
Watch out! Something's not right. Why wouldn't it attack us?
Brother. Help. Brother. Brother. Help. 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 Help.
It seems to only repeat these lines. This is not a common Tacit Discord. Tacit Discords attack other
Very true. It's good when they get that happy medium of the character talking but not talking too much.
frequencies are scattered
Yeah,
and recombined.
this is why I like this game.
A new Tacit Discord is born.
Because I've played it. I played it once when it first came out on the phones, the mobile phones, and it locked me out of my first account on this, and I'm like, oh my god! So I made a second account, and this is my second account. So literally, if I go to play this on my mobile phone, it'll update with what I've done here on the PS5, which is quite cool. It's very, very cool indeed.
This one probably devoured the frequencies of humans, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these words the last cries of someone innocent? Who is behind this twisted plot? I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just sensed some complex feelings from it. A mixture of deep sadness and eager anticipation. Rover, I think I know what's going on here. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. I can sense the pained cries of this tacit discord. No, the cries of this whole village. The village is crying, waiting for rescue. Something truly awful must have happened here, and the victims' reverberations still linger. Based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins, that didn't happen all too long ago. I can still feel it in the streams. Perhaps the Tacet Field has kept this village from being discovered. Or maybe someone has been intentionally concealing it. Anyway, there must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I can feel someone connected to what happened here is still close. This place is dangerous. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened here. Can we continue our search before the official investigators arrive? Sorry, I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I don't have any evidence to back it up. Thank you, Rover. Please stay vigilant. As for the little one here, let's leave it be. The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a war zone. Someone was hurt and dragged away. Look, there are many footprints here. These are traces left by a fight. Someone was injured. These cards. Ah, I see. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but as an outrider, I've worked on related cases. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords. They've caused terror attacks of various scales around the world.
Fusing humans and tacit discords.
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called Artificers. Above the Artificers are the Overseers, leaders with eerie abilities and unknown intentions. They pose a far bigger threat. No one knows their true intentions. Some members speak of world destruction, while others claim they seek eternal power. And there is one particularly insane overseer. He's crazy even by Fraxidus standards. A man who sees no order and revels in destruction. I've seen similar cards in the physical evidence file of the Fraxidus-related cases. They belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. They call him Scar. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers, who knows what kind of cruel and twisted atrocities he's capable of?
Hey, it's a kitty cat.
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent so much time on it. If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac.
Oh, I like him already. I love a good bad guy.
Cat appears, then a portal opens and takes someone. LOL seems right.
The girl,
Yeah.
she's gonna sway your judgment. Don't worry, I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories. So, it's true. That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors. So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with absolute honesty.
I'm calling Cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many. That's why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes.
Is that foreshadowing, Scar? Oh, I'm getting goosebumps here. I love a well-written bad guy. I really do.
I know you are not one I can sway with simple words. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface. And our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all.
Bad guys are what make the story. If they suck, then the story falls flat on its face.
Yes, it does. I mean, have you seen Sacha Dhawan? playing the Master in Doctor Who. Oh my god, Sacha Dhawan was the best choice of Master so far this century. John Sim was good as well. Derek Jacobi, he was fantastic as well. And I mean, people say that Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who was bad and they don't like it. That's because it was bad writing. Jodie Whittaker is a lovely actress, but she was just given material that, unfortunately, in that line of work, if you don't do your job, even if the writing's pish, you don't get paid. But Sacha Dhawan, oh, I can't sing his praises more. He was a fantastic Master.
Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? How typical. The age-old tale of savage wolves and helpless lambs. Good and evil as clear as day. It's a tired story that people cling to in their mundane lives. Oh, how it keeps them in check. But let me ask you this. Do you truly believe the real world can be that simple? Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses.
He's doing a Joker speech.
Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more.
Hi, I'm redacted. I found new. I'm not going to read all this. I'm just going to read it home to myself.
You're a good man.
Yeah, I mean, if there's tons of reading, I'm like, I'm not going to read it. I'll just read it myself.
Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food, and when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves.
Quite a storyteller, aren't you?
Fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part. One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security.
Is that the end of your story?
No, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once
something like a
meager
false
lives
prophet
were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master?
We are all created equal. There should be no hierarchy.
Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality. The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you? I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, I could get my desired outcome. But true equality is scarce, always has been. The world was never a fair place, wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give more, and more, and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. But when they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire. Funny, isn't it? Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes, because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the Black Lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the White Lambs did? Ah, those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses. Well done. You didn't let any details slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Indeed, the direct culprit was the shepherd. He held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. The lambs knew the risks, yet succumbed to temptation. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, they disregarded all the hidden risks, as disaster had yet to befall them. If they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose the same path. Inevitably, they accepted their fate and paid the price when their time came. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes? Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. What happened to the Black Lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock never found out about it. They were deceived to believe the Black Lamb was the culprit.
Almost there, Rover. Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules. He withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. So they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Black lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the white lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo.
Is that why you became a shepherd yourself?
Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb. The one who breaks the rules.
He fights too long against the dragons becomes a dragon himself.
Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up like you say. Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path, and I've got a scorchingly delightful welcome for you up ahead. Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces.
Leave it to me. Sounds come forth. One with the sounds.
Here it comes
Such brutality! Can't you see? We are kindred spirits after all. Shh, don't be so quick to deny it. Now that I have you here standing before me, I'd love to hear. Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason? Or the sole apostle? Think about it. The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. And potentially, there will be none left to be victims or oppressors.
Wooly's attack! Into Wooly's belly you go!
The hour is upon us.
Leave it to me. Transmitting frequency.
Strike from the shadows. One.
Rover!
Such a pesky girl.
Rover? Rover! I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh, Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from him.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worry. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not-too-distant future.
They're gone. Should we go after them? Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here. It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover. If only I could have reached you sooner.
Yang, you're best girl. Unfortunately, use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Well then, what do you think of that comatose?
Hey, buddy. Hello, you. Hello.
Brother. Brother.
Huh? Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother had mentioned. Could it be...
Scar.
Yes.
It's all good, man.
Since Scar had been here before. Let's talk about it later. Rover, can you fill me in on what happened?
Well, basically...
It seems all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual.
Trying to decide what I want for lunch at the moment.
Ah, nice. What are your options?
Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do. We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
Got a pantry full of options. That's the problem, I have too many things to choose from.
Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked.
Yeah, kind of like me this week, because I went to a food shop with my mum to the next town over, just up the road from where I am. And it was so tempting to buy a lot, but obviously, because I don't eat a lot myself, apart from snacks, that's my crutch. I've got a huge sweet tooth. I spend a lot of money on sweets. And people will tell you, because you're 40, you shouldn't. I'm 40, and that people tell me you shouldn't be spending your money on computer games, anime, sweeties, alcohol. And I'm like, shut up. My money. You're not going to stop me buying that stuff because that's what I like. Yeah. But my general rule of thumb for lunch is basically I've got two options. I've got a stuff in the house to have, and I could go out and buy from a shop. I like to have like two options. 3 days out walking about, 3 days in the house, or a day in the house and a day outside. Yeah, and I just realised I can have a can of cider if I want, because it's Saturday. Don't know if I'll bother, but might save my cider for tomorrow.
Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half? Yes, as I thought. I just felt a similar vibration from that direction. Please follow me.
It's the missing half. We can piece them together now.
Life is too short to not indulge in the things you enjoy. Doesn't matter if you're 12 or 50 or anywhere in between.
Exactly.
Look, the water is going down. believe it. There is such a big opening down here. How odd. This place should have been soaked in water, but everything is dry here. Even the vegetation is thriving. Did Scar do this? Given his powers, it doesn't seem too hard for him.
Wind, guide me.
That tree. It's stunning. It's almost eerily enchanting.
Please, save us.
Are you trying to tell us about something hidden here? Where did it go? Oh, is that... That girl just wanted to save her village. But those sacrifices didn't lead to redemption. I guess the Tacet Discord we saw stayed here to convey her last wishes. Please excuse me. It's getting a bit too cold here. Can we head back now? Sorry, Rover. I didn't feel comfortable down there. The air was heavy in that place, without any wind to speak of. But I could still feel so many emotions and desperate cries for help. I couldn't handle it. The villagers were a complex mix of emotions. Hope, resentment, and despair. As I read the diary, I could feel the intense sorrow and longing of its owner. What was the diary's owner longing for? Was it the peaceful life she once had? Or did she miss her only family? The person who pushed her towards such a tragic end? My apologies. I got lost in thoughts again. I wish I could say such tragedies won't happen again. But I still lack the confidence to make that claim. It was tragedies like this that made me want to become an outrider. To become someone with the strength to stop them from ever happening again. I cannot stop the lament, but at least I should do everything in my power to help those affected by it. Really? Thank you, Rover. Dwelling on it won't do us any good. Let's go. I'll compile a report on what happened here, and send it in along with the clues we've gathered. Yes, let's go back. Together.
Here's the thing. We could really use your help with this ongoing case. We've been getting a lot of missing persons reports recently. Nobody ever saw those people assaulted or anything. They just vanished. Some of those people are even resonators, or they've served in the military. Since you're always coming and going from the city, can you help me watch out for anything weird or suspicious? Thank you so much. Knew I could count on you. Ring me up when you spot anything sus, yeah? Laters.
The Seance Society. Never heard of them before. They said they have a solution? But how? This is very suspicious. No matter how I look at it. Guess I'll just go and see for myself.
Let's reach farther destinations together.
Thank you everyone, smiling face.
Itadakimasu.
GG Fita. Thanks for being here, smiling face.